What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. So I hope everyone had a fantastic weekend, but as we all know, wildcard weekend is basically almost over. We have one game left, of course. As I'm recording this, you guys will be seeing it tonight. I'm recording this right after Sunday Night Football and everything that's happened through wildcard weekend. I figured after all the teams that lost in wildcard weekend, there was no better place to start than the Pittsburgh Steelers for the next offseason rebuild. So let's go ahead and jump in, do a Pittsburgh Steelers offseason rebuild in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. Before we start talking about the Pittsburgh Steelers for just a second, man, I just gotta simply say, dude, this guy right here, freaking love JD5, dude. That's all I'm gonna say. As a Commanders fan, it feels so good to have finally got rid of that freaking record of not winning a playoff game since 2005. Insane, man. Great weekend. I hope everyone else had a fantastic weekend. But let's lock in. Okay, so the Pittsburgh Steelers. Obviously, we all know what the MO has been lately. Mike Tomlin is over 500, but they're pretty much stuck in the middle where they're never good enough to, go far in the playoffs, but they're never bad enough to have a high draft pick to draft a quarterback. So they're in a very tough position, and Steelers fans are rightfully frustrated. Some of them want to see Mike Tomlin gone. Let me know if you're one of those people that wants to change the scenery. It says, as of right now, it doesn't sound like they're going to fire him, but things can change, as we all know. So let's just go ahead, get started, get into the offseason, and let's see what makes sense going forward for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And speaking of my Commanders, I guess Madden has us beating the Chiefs in Super Bowl 20-13. Hey, I'm not complaining. Dude, we play Detroit next. That was going to be so tough. But again, enough about them. Let's talk about the Steelers. So we got 26 free agents to worry about, $96 million in cap space. And their free agency, some of their free agents is actually very interesting because I have no idea what the Steelers plan to do, because are they going to resign Russell Wilson? Are they going to resign Najee Harris? They have Jalen Warren as a free agent. James Daniels, who I believe was hurt. Dante Jackson. You got Mike Williams, but obviously these are the two to talk about. Justin Fields and Russell Wilson. What do you do if you're the Pittsburgh Steelers? They're both interested in coming back. Do you bring them both back? Do you let one of them walk? And to be honest with you, I can't pretend I know the answer to this question. Russell Wilson obviously started the end of the season. It would not surprise me at all if they bring him back, just because, he's still a decent quarterback. He's definitely not the old Russell Wilson we all know. But I think for this rebuild, I'm not bringing him back. It may not be the correct decision, but I don't think I'm going to bring him back. I think we'll re-sign Justin Fields. I'm not saying he's going to be the answer, but I think that's what I'm going to ultimately do, because Russell Wilson's just too old at this point. So yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. Again, I don't know if that's the right decision. I can't pretend to know, but that is what I'm going to do for this rebuild. Najee Harris is interesting because obviously declined his fifth-year option, but since there's usually not a great running back in free agency, we're just going to simply bring him back. Probably bring back Jalen Warren as well. Just keep it all the same here for the backfield, although it wouldn't surprise me at all if, Najee isn't back in Pittsburgh. James Daniels, I'll try to bring him back as well, but I know he's coming off an injury, so we'll see if he decides to sign or not. He is going to come back. Nice. Okay. Dante Jackson, I'm probably going to let go. Mike Williams, probably won't bring him back. And then Justin Fields, like I said, I'm going to bring him back. But that doesn't stop me from maybe getting aggressive this offseason. I'll just say that. Landon Roberts, I know, has been a Steeler for a while. We can, I forgot about Cole Holcomb, former Commander there. But Landon Roberts wants to come back. So that's going to be the start of this offseason. I think we're going to let everyone else go for the most part. So let's go see what we got after that. Let's take a look at the lineup after, the free agents we just re-signed and who will all be bringing back and who will go for in free agency. So immediately what sticks out to me, obviously, is going to be another weapon on offense. I've heard a lot of Steelers fans say that already, that they need someone outside of George Pickens, which I do agree. Obviously, you did have Deontay Johnson. You moved on from him. Offensive line could definitely use some work as well. Freiermuth is a solid enough tight end. You still have Darnell Washington, so we'll not worry about tight end. Quarterback, to me, still remains interesting. We'll see what we do there. Defensively, you got Minka Fitzpatrick. Obviously, this is where the Steelers, hang their hats on their defense, but I do think there definitely gets to be some things addressed on the defense as well. But all in all, it's a pretty solid defense, as we all know. So with that all being said, let's go see what we can cook up in free agency and see if there's any free agents we can acquire to make this team better. So we went ahead and made 3 offers in free agency. So here are the guys we were going for. Unfortunately, there's not a good wide receiver to go for. I mean, there's Deontay Johnson. We're probably not going to bring him back, obviously. So wide receiver is going to have to come through the draft. Quarterback, you have Sam Darnold here, but we're not going to go after Sam Darnold. I don't think that's the correct decision. Russell Wilson, we can still bring him back, and I think there's definitely a possibility the Steelers do that, but I'm not going to today. So we are going to go Justin Reed at the top of our list. We don't necessarily need a strong safety, but he is the best player in free agency, and he has heavy interest in coming to Pittsburgh, so why not? Trent Brown and Rasul Douglas are the other three guys. So these are all obviously on the defense side of the football. Or sorry, Trent Brown's right tackle, so that's not all defense, but whatever. So we get Reed and Rasul Douglas. That's going to make our secondary that much better. If Trent Brown signs, that would improve our offensive line. So not a bad start at all. We're going to be going into the draft with 3 new additions through free agency. So let's get into the draft and we'll see what we can cook up. I might low-key think of a crazy idea, but we'll see. I don't know yet. We're going to see what our options are on draft night. We have the 20th overall pick, and what I was thinking about was, like, do we trade up to, like, the number 2 pick? I don't think we have the ammunition for that, and I'm not going to try to do that just because I don't think it's the most realistic option, but you never really know. But trading up from 20 to 2 would be a very tough proposition, so we're just going to see what falls to us at pick number 20. So we will have Kelvin Banks go right before us, who would have been a solid pick, but we don't get him. So let's see what we can get on the board right now. So we have Carson Beck and Quinn Ewers. I believe Carson Beck's going back to college now. And obviously, we're not drafting Carson Beck. You do have Isaiah Bond. You have Quinn Ewers, which we're not drafting him either. Donovan Jackson. Benjamin Morrison out of Notre Dame is a solid pick. Deion Walker. But to me, wide receiver is very important right now, and I don't see a good one to take. Isaiah Bond is interesting. And then you do have, you have Jalen Noel out of Iowa State here. I don't think you go wide receiver. Oh, Obuka actually would be pretty good at Ohio State. He's still on the board. I do think this should be the pick, in my opinion. So we are going to take Emeka. I don't know if I know what to exactly say his last name, but obviously Ohio State wide receiver. The Steelers need another weapon, and while we could draft a quarterback right now, I think getting another wide receiver with Fields is probably the best thing because realistically, it's going to be very tough to draft a quarterback. Maybe you take Joe Burrow there. Like, I could see that potentially, but I don't even know if he may have went. If he's there in round 2, we'll probably take the gamble on him, but I don't know if he'll be that far down the board, unfortunately. So maybe Jackson Dart still available too. I gave up on him pretty quickly in one of the previous offseason rebuilds we did, so maybe we can give him another chance. But yeah, Judkins, Winston. There's some good safety options, but we don't really need safety, obviously. Corner we won't go for. Do have another tight end, but that's the least of our worries right now. Jackson Dart is still on the board. I think that's going to be interesting to take him. What else we got? So we have Jackson Dart. Do we take the shot on Jackson Dart? Like I said, I didn't give him a lot of opportunity in the previous video. I let go of him pretty quickly. So we could take him here in round 2. I think you do, and you take the gamble. So I am going to take Jackson Dart in round 2. Give ourselves another quarterback option with Justin Fields. I think that's probably the best position you could put yourself in there. We'll see if he ends up being the answer. We'll see, man. So now we'll go to round 3, and we'll draft whatever we feel is best in round 3. So round 3, what do we got here? So in round 3, we will be taking another quarterback on the board, but obviously not taking that. So you have Ollie Gordon, which another running back wouldn't be horrible. Maybe you don't come back with the same backfield, but I did re-sign them already, so probably won't go that direction. Lander Barton. Ollie Gordon's interesting, but I don't think I'll go that direction. Braden Swinson at LSU, probably what I'll take, or we could take an offensive lineman as well. But I do think I'm going to just settle on Braden Swinson. Right now, our right-in is like a 70 overall, so that will be a nice little replacement. Only, not the best pick, but all in all, I'm pretty happy with this offseason. I think I could be okay with it. There could have been things maybe done better, but all in all, not bad. So we'll see what the lineup looks like for season 1. So let's go take a look at the lineup for year 1. I think what we're going to do, as long as I do believe Jackson Dart's a less overall, so I think we're going to start Justin Fields and see how it's going to the mid-season point. If it's not going that great the mid-season point, maybe we throw Jackson Dart in for the rest of the year. I guess we'll feel it out there. Offensive line looks pretty solid. I don't know how to say his last name exactly, but I totally forgot that I think he got hurt for the Steelers, so I didn't think we had another tackle, but then I noticed him later on, so it's nice to have him back. James Daniel also back from injury, so offensive line isn't looking too shabby. Obviously, Ibuka is going to be awesome this year at wide receiver 2 with George Pickens and Calvin Austin still solid. Defensively, Minka Fitzpatrick. Swinson is actually not better than what we had technically, but whatever, he's younger. Rasul Douglas is cornerback 2, not terrible. Justin Reed, like I said, we didn't really need him, but he was interested in coming here. So we rocked with it. And then our defense is actually 100% scheme fit, which is nice. Obviously, defense can be a strength of our team. So we'll see how this goes. Like I said, I'm going to go to the midseason point. If we're over 500, I'll stick with Justin Fields. If we're under 500 and struggling, maybe we'll throw Jackson Dart under center. So I stuck with Justin Fields for the whole season. We finished up at 8-9. We were like around 500 at the midseason point. So I was like, okay, I'll just rock with him going forward. And unfortunately, we do not make the playoffs. And that would be the first time Mike Tomlin's gone under 500. Leave it to me to break that record for him. I'm sorry. But offensively, we were 26th in the NFL. So Fields does not look like he was the answer. Defensively, 3rd in the NFL. So 17-11. It's not terrible. Maybe it's just the playbook. I don't know. If he goes up in development trait, maybe we let him rock again. Najee Harris, a solid season. Pickens, 9 touchdowns. Ibuka was pretty good as well, which is what we needed. Sacks-wise, 8.5 from TJ Watt and 10 from Alex Highsmith. But obviously, not a great season. Overall, very disappointing. But we finished the season strong. It didn't matter. We were already eliminated from the playoffs. So now it's back to work. So on to another re-signing stage, as we only have 9 players to talk to with about $82 million in salary cap. So let's see who our free agents will be. So TJ Watt, obviously you don't let him go. George Pickens, going to bring him back. Sean Elliott could probably let walk since we obviously added Justin Reed. Cole Holcomb will let go too. Calvin Austin will probably try to bring back. So that's probably what we'll rock with. So not too many players to worry about. Obviously, TJ Watt, you bring him back, no brainer. So that will be a lot of our cap space going away, but you can't let TJ Watt go, clearly. So let's make sure we get Pickens back, too, hopefully. That's just going to drain a little bit of our cap space, but, I mean, you got to bring these guys back. Calvin Austin, I do have interest in bringing back, too. And I think we might just draft a guard, or he's not interested, so that's fine. Maybe there's another wide receiver in free agency. So I'm going to let the rest of these guys go, and we'll see what our cap situation is with some of the free agents we have remaining. Is like, there any obvious players we could cut away to free up some money? Because we don't have a ton of money to work with, clearly. So this could be Jackson Dart's time next season, unless if we have like a quarterback in free agency that we can go after, but I doubt it. So Minka Fitzpatrick is clearly the only one we could like cut right now, and I'm not going to do that. Everyone else, yeah. So no money could be freed up pretty much anywhere. So let's just see what free agency has in store for us. And then I want to also see if any like dev traits went up as well. So looking at it, obviously Fields is up to a 76 overall. Najee Harris is a superstar now, so that's great. We do have McCormick ready to start, I guess, at the guard spot. So maybe we don't have to address it as maybe as much as I thought we would have. They did draft us Higgins as well. I believe that guy's out of Iowa State, if I'm not mistaken. Jaden Higgins, yeah. So not a bad receiver, but probably want to sign another one if possible. Again, not a lot of money to work with, so we'll see. Alex Highsmith went up to superstar X Factor. Corners look okay. Another end would be useful, but we'll just kind of see what we could get in free agency and what the strength will be there. So 28 million, I think preferably I want to use this. Ooh, Brock Purdy is interesting. I don't think we have enough money for Brock Purdy though, so I probably won't go for him. Unfortunately, do I have enough money? I'm pretty sure I don't. Yeah, so we aren't even close to having enough money for Brock Purdy. So I probably won't go that direction. But Greg Rousseau, who has a little bit of interest in coming here, is interesting. Kyle Pitts is here too, but that's the least of our worries. Jamison Williams, though, would add a whole new dynamic, or even Khalil Shakir down here. So Kendall Fuller's cool too, but I do think Greg Rousseau would be awesome. I don't think we'll be able to get him, but I'm going to offer it anyway because he would be, just kidding, we don't have enough. So don't think we'll go for him. Instead, we're going to go for Jamison Williams. I think he'd probably be the best player to add right now. All things considered. Him and Pickens, though, would be very similar. Obviously, I mean, I don't know. They're similar, and then they're not at the same time. It's kind of hard to explain. But if we can get Jamison Williams on this team, that'd probably be the only guy we go after in free agency. We'll see if he signs. And he does. We get Jamison Williams. Only $9 million in cap space to work with after that. If Kendall Fuller can still be signed, which he cannot, unfortunately. So we'll just go into the draft with the team. Jamison Williams is our only free agency addition. But all in all, not bad. I'll take it. Quarterback still remains a problem. Maybe it falls to our lap in this draft. I don't know. But Jackson Dart probably will get the starts next season. So we'll be drafting number 13 overall. So obviously Nico will be off the board by then if I had to guess. And yeah, the Raiders took him. So we'll see. And Jackson Arnold is also gone. So I think we roll with the quarterbacks that we have, which doesn't sound all that great. But we have Spencer Fanos on the board. Might have to be a best player approach, although DJ Hicks wouldn't be bad either. Francis, I mean, we could either take offensive lineman help, which wouldn't be bad, and he'd be a really good offensive lineman to take if I had to guess. I think we take best player available. Let's protect Jackson Dart, who's about to start for us. Number 31 true value, got him at 13. I wouldn't have minded taking it in there as well with like DJ Hicks, but not too shabby. I'll take offensive line help, and we'll be pretty happy with it, and he'll move inside probably. So for the next pick, we have Brian DeMarco, which probably won't be taking him. Another wide receiver, which we won't go for at this point, Ronnie Allen out of USC. Markel Hyde. I don't know if there's any relation to Micah Hyde, but obviously Micah Hyde was a pretty good. So we have pass coverage linebacker, which we don't need. Davison, Bonds, Scott, and Langford. A corner doesn't sound terrible to take right now. Won't take a wide receiver. We have Minka Fitzpatrick, so free safety probably isn't necessary right now, or neither strong safety. Running back, no. No wide. Okay, so Joey Tatum, no. Davison, no. Brenton Bonds might be the pick out of Louisville here. Not the best corner, but does give us some depth there, so we're going to go ahead and take him. He'll be behind Rasul Douglas. Oh my God, what a terrible pick. Okay, well, that didn't feel really good about any of the selections I had on the board, to be honest with you. So, whatever. We'll take our L there. I'm starting to lose my voice for whatever reason halfway through the video, so that's never good. I don't even think I yelled that much today, but whatever. So, one last pick here. We got Kenny Burton, another free safety, and then Whitlock, which I'm not going to take another free safety. Trey Laney, I guess, will be the pick here out of Maryland, so that'll be our last selection. Hopefully he's decent. No, just absolutely pissed away 2 draft picks. So unfortunate, but whatever. Let's just get into the lineup for the year 2. So here's the lineup going into year number 2. Jackson Dart will get the start this year with Najee Harris, Jalen Warren, George Pickens, Ibuka, Jamison Williams, Freiermuth, Fatano, I think as I said, Spencer Fano, Frazier, James Daniels, and Trent Brown. Defensively, obviously things remain the same over here. Didn't do a great job of addressing the end spots, but whatever, it is what it is at this point. Patrick Queen and Wilson and Landon Roberts are our middle linebacker depth right now. Beanie Bishop, and then the corner we drafted is even on the depth chart. What is just a terrible draft pick. So the one thing I am going to do, though, is we're going to change the playbook. So let's see if changing the playbook will give us any success here. So I'm not very familiar with Jackson Dart, to be honest with you. I'm not going to pretend that I know all about Ole Miss games, but I have heard good things. So, I mean, I think we just change it to like Dallas's playbook or Green Bay's playbook and call it good and hope we get some success. Philadelphia doesn't sound too bad either, but we'll go with Dallas's playbook and we'll see if we have any offensive success this year. Fields will not be the starter. Hopefully this year we can make some noise on offense because it's been a long time coming for the Steelers on offense. We need a franchise quarterback to step up. We need him to step up now. Hopefully it's Jackson Dart. So at the end of the season, we do make the playoffs at 11-6. So it looks like our offense was probably better if I had to guess. We lost to the Jaguars in week 18, but put up 38 against Carolina the previous week. So let's go see how our boy Jackson Dart did. It looks like things went fairly well. So offensively, 13 in the NFL. Oh, it was Justin Fields. They must have, they put Fields back in. Defensively, 20th in the NFL. So Fields maybe just took the job by the horns, 31-13. So Fields a lot better. You guys, I mean, I guess the computer put Fields back in, but hey, whatever works, I guess. Justin Fields is, yeah, sure, I'll take it. 21. Dude, Najee continues to be a beast. I'm glad we resigned him. He's just been getting all kind of goal line carries, it looks like, or maybe they're not all goal lines, so probably shouldn't say that. But Pickens, Ibuka, Jameson Williams, all fantastic. Freiermuth was good as well. So Dallas playbook really worked out for us, which is great. 19 sacks, 8 from Alex Highsmith. But the main important thing is we get to play our division rival in the playoffs, and that will be the Cincinnati Bengals. So we'll see if we can come in and get a home playoff game victory. Did the Ravens even make it? They barely did at 9-8. But all right, let's see if we can jump in and beat the Bengals. Whoops, I don't want to play the full game. What are we doing? I don't want to get in the strategy. Let the strategy, be used by itself. Let's just get into it and let's see if we can win a game against the Bengals. So obviously, as we're all aware, Joe Burrow and the Bengals, this will not be an easy task, but let's see if our defense is up to the task here, and our offense, of course, too. So far, no score in the first quarter, but till now, we draw first blood, 7-0. And I don't know what happened now, but we got to stop, and we get an interception from our middle linebacker, Peyton Wilson. We're up 10-0. Defense is playing lights out so far, and we're up 13-zip. As long as we don't let the Bengals back in at the very end, we won this game. And we drain the clock out, and just like that, we win wildcard weekend over our fellow division rival, the Bengals. So let's go see who we got in divisional weekend, but that is a great start to these playoffs. We finally get a playoff victory. It's been a long time. I think I saw that Tomlin hasn't won a playoff game since 2016. Is that right? Because that is insane. But all right, let's get the next round. All right, well, for the next round, we run into the 16-1 Kansas City Chiefs. So, this one is not going to be easy, obviously. At Arrowhead. So let's see if we can come out here. Ooh, we're driving right now. We're up 7-0, but the Chiefs will respond. It's 7-7, but our offense is putting up points, 10-7. We get the ball at a half going, scoring here would be awesome, but we don't. 10-14, and now they're up 10-21. So that might be all she wrote. We get a touchdown. We need to stop on defense, and we do 18-21. Always a field goal. Now, I will say, We have no timeouts, so we got to keep that in mind. No timeouts. We have Fields as our quarterback. If Fields can come out here and beat the Chiefs for everybody, that would be awesome. I'm just going to start here with, okay, so we're going to go spike this. We get a first down, though. Spike the ball. All right, so we got to get in field goal range. 25 seconds left. All right, well, this one is going to come down to the wire. Don't be surprised if I choke this away, by the way, because there's a good chance I will. But we do have a man named Jameson Williams who is very fast. So if they let him over the top, anything's possible. But instead, ooh, this could be... Okay, honestly, I'm kind of glad that was incomplete because I don't know if that would have been the best decision there, low-key. So that is fine if that was incomplete. We need to get in field goal range. I am going to throw Jameson Williams on a go route just in case their defense screws up here. We don't have him. We don't have him. I'm going to go to Firemouth here. This could be dangerous and... 4th and 10. All right. Well, we're going to need a first down and out of bounds. Honestly, that is kind of what we need right now. We go corner strike for exact play call we need right now. Yeah, I think we do. Although this does not look great against it. Do we even have Jameson Williams on the field? Yes, we do. I think we might just have to take a shot at one of these boys, Pickens or Jameson Williams. I'm going to take a shot. Jameson Williams. Oh my goodness. We might have it. We don't. 18-21 loss. We're going to lose the Kansas City Chiefs. Maybe I let the AI finish that out there, but if that ball was thrown a little bit further, we may have had it there. But hey, a successful season nonetheless, but obviously that's not the Pittsburgh Steelers standard. It's all about getting Lombardis, so let's get back to work in the offseason again. So another offseason ahead of us as we have $105 million in cap space and 19 players ready to negotiate new contracts. So this could be a very important offseason. So Joey Porter, Patrick Queen, Troy, that's a 5th-year option. Thankfully, Keanu didn't. Oh my gosh, bro. It is actually an insane list of free agents we have to worry about right now. So let's just get to work, shall we? So Minkah Fitzpatrick, we're going to start there. Obviously, we want to bring him back. This is going to be all of our cap space gone, by the way. Don't think we'll be improving that much this offseason. Thankfully, Joey Porter just wants to come back, so hopefully I can get away with just a neutral offer, and he will stick around. Good start. Patrick Queen, 87 overall. Let's just bring him back as well. Like I said, a lot of our cap space is about to be gone. A lot of free agents to resign. That's a 5th-year option, which we're going to go and accept. Keanu Benton is our best defensive lineman right now, so yeah, you bet it. I want to bring him back, so he'll test for agency. So that's one. We're not going to franchise tag him for that much money. That is just insane. Do we let James Daniels go? I'm going to offer him a neutral contract. He'll stick around. Okay, $47 million. What else we got? Rasul Douglas. I saw Beanie Bishop. Darnell Washington. Trent Brown is our right tackle right now. I'll offer him a neutral contract, but might have to just he's going to come back. Okay. Rasul Douglas probably can see if there's a better corner, but maybe I can get him for fairly. Okay, so stick around fairly cheap. That gives us $20 million in cap space. Beanie Bishop, also another solid corner for us. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get him back too. So that's going to give us just enough. $17 million in cap space in our D tackle spot. Probably have to let go. Darnell. Oh, we can't let the GOAT Chris Boswell go, dude. That'd be terrible. Okay. 11 million after all that. So restructuring contracts is probably about to happen this offseason because we're getting to the point where we need to go all in this offseason. Because Fields, I'm hoping, also went up a development trait. So we'll see if that ends up being the case. So let's look at the lineup right now for that matter. So is Fields a star dev now? He's not. Only normal dev still. A little disappointed by that, but whatever. Offensive line still looking good. So I don't think I'll do anything on the offense. This is looking solid. Defensively, we got quarterback. I mean, it's not looking bad. D-line is obviously our only problem. Corner would probably be useful to grab too, but not too shabby. Not too shabby. So we don't have obviously a ton of money, so we'll see what we can do with $12 million. But I'm also going to probably restructure some contracts as we're going to be going all in this offseason to make things work. So I'm trying to go for George Karlaftis to start this free agency period, and we will get him. So that's a good start. That should give us enough money. I could have gotten Trey McDuffie too, which he looks incredible, but our D-line is our biggest weakness right now. This should have us know it's not enough to get Keanu Benton back, so we might have to settle on something worse. Deshaun Warden, could we get him at least? No. Or maybe bring the offer down. I don't know. It's going to be, scraps, honestly. We'll see if he ends up signing it. Probably won't sign right away. Yeah, probably going to miss out on a D tackle if I had to guess. So, Deshaun Warden's getting good offers now. We don't have a lot of money to work with, but we did get George Karlaftis, which makes our defense really good on the D-line. But I think this draft has to be spent all on D-line right now. Could have went for corner. Don't get me wrong. You know, obviously Trent McDuffie would have been amazing to add to this defense, but we don't have a lot of money to work with. And it's also even crazy we don't have more money to work with because we're not even really paying a quarterback that much money. Fields didn't get that much money, but still, obviously, a lot of talented players on this team that are getting paid boatloads of money. Defensively, we got George Office. We have Swinson we drafted, so D tackle becomes the #1 priority. Corner definitely would be nice too, but we didn't have the luxury. Oh, man, if we had more money, absolutely would have went after Trent McDuffie, but D tackle, hopefully there's a good one in this draft that we can take because we lost Keanu Benson, unfortunately. So picking 25, this is going to be the most important pick. Just give me a D tackle. That's all I care about. So 1 D tackle goes right before we're about to pick. We do have one here, it looks like, so that's good. So we will be taking Mr. Pleasance out of Florida. So yeah, sign me up for that. So hopefully just be decent. That's all I'm asking for. And he's hidden dev, whatever. I mean, didn't look like that was the best pick in the world, but I guess we took need over talent, which isn't always the best thing to do. But at this point, I literally restructured like 3 contracts to just get George Kalafis. So there's no next season. This is it right here. Whatever happens here is what happens because there is no way we have any type of money to be on next year to do anything. We're going to be screwed next year. So I am going to take best player available this time around, and we'll take the free safety. Number 42, Drew Value, and we got him in round 2, so that feels good. All right, guys, let's just get straight to year 3, and let's see if year 3 becomes our year. Got to the playoffs last year, won a game. Obviously, want to take the next step this next season. So at the end of the season, we finished up at 9-8 and barely made the playoffs. Just barely. But it honestly looks like, I mean, other than the AFC West, a lot of teams weren't that great this season. I guess the Colts went 11-6 too, but 10-7 and 9-8 got 2 teams in, which is wild. The Jaguars barely missed out. It looks like that D tackle we drafted ended up being a superstar dev, so that's good. So let's take a look at the lineup really quickly because he has an ability, so that's fantastic to see. So Fields obviously remained the quarterback. Defensively, yeah, wow, we'll absolutely take that. We lost obviously Keanu Benton and replaced him with a superstar D tackle. Very good. So let's go take a look at the player stats and let's see how things went. Only 9-8 on the season. Obviously not great. Oop, that's not what we want to look at. So let's go take a look at the stats, not the schedule. So stats, Cam Ward led the league in touchdowns, looks like. So offensively, 20th in the NFL. Definitely a fall from where we were last year with Fields. Defensively, 50th in the NFL. So 24-13, 19 touchdowns, 400 rushing yards from Fields and 4 touchdowns. Pickens, Ibuka, Jameson Williams, Frymouth, all still involved. Defensively, sacks-wise, 21.5 from TJ Watt and 12.5 from Alex Highsmith. We got a win last year. We're going on the road. It looked like to play the Colts, so we'll see if we can come out here with a victory and continue to get back to where we were last year, like we made the divisional weekend. So I'm actually curious to see who the quarterback is for the Colts, as it's if that's actually Deshaun Watson, we better not freaking lose. I'm just saying that right now. I refuse to lose Deshaun Watson in the playoffs. That man is absolutely cooked. So we're going to be up 3-0. Would have loved to have touchdown there instead. 10-0 start. Yeah, I mean, the fact that the Colts made the playoffs with Watson and at this point in his career is actually impressive, not gonna lie. But we will go up 17-10. We got to stop on defense. Just go put the game away, please. And that's all she wrote. 24-10 to win against the Indianapolis Colts. Was it actually Deshaun Watson? It really was Deshaun Watson. How on earth did they make the playoffs with him? I have no clue. But whatever. All that matters is we're getting back to where we were last year. But this time, we're gonna go win that bad boy. Well, it is going to be a rematch of literally last year. We had a chance to tie it at the end there. I obviously did not come up clutch, but it's the Chiefs again, by the way, if you didn't really know what I was saying at the moment. But we'll start off with the football. We need to score on our first drive. We don't, and the Chiefs will go up 7-0. We do tie it up, though, 7-7. Cowboys playbook coming in clutch, but we need a better... Okay, so 7-10. 30 seconds. If we can get a touchdown on this drive, that'd be beautiful. But, hey, we'll tie it, too. Go score again, please. And now, third quarter, go score, please. Nothing. 10-10. Go score on this drive. There we go. 17-10. And we get a stop. And we beat the Chiefs in the divisional weekend. That is what I'm talking about. So we'll be back in the AFC Championship. It's been a long time since we've seen the Steelers there. Let's get back to it. Let's see who's in front of us. We already beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So bring on whoever's next. Probably going to be the Ravens, isn't it? I don't even know if they made the playoffs, to be honest. So it's actually going to be a different division rival who we played in Wild Card Weekend last year. It is Joe Burrow and the Bengals again. 2 9-8 teams going at it in the AFC Championship. We beat them last year. Let's do it again, shall we? So let's see if we can come out here and get a victory over Joe Burr. An interception on the goal line. Return for 81 yards. Another one. Another interception for Stu Douglas. That's 2 in the game. We still have a tie ball game despite the 2 interceptions. 14-7 lead. Go up 21-7. Come on. Go up 21-7. Nope. It's going to be a tie. Nope. 14-10. We got to go score in this drive. Go. 16-10. We have the ball. Go score in this drive. 22 seconds left. They have no time to stop the clock, and we're moving on to the Super Bowl. Justin Fields, under center, is leading the Steelers team to a Super Bowl. I didn't feel great about how we addressed the quarterback position, but we all know how challenging this offseason is going to be to get a quarterback. There's not a lot of talented ones. The draft and obviously free agency is going to be slim and dry too. But you know what? We made it work with Justin Fields. Go see who's in the Super Bowl to face us. And of course, no surprise here, it will be the fellow Pennsylvania team, the Philadelphia Eagles. So we got this far. Now it is time to put our foot on the pedal. Defense has been playing great so far. Offense has been doing their thing too. We go up 3-0. Defense gets a stop. Another one. Go score 10-0. Nope. It's going to be Philly ball. They tie it. So 3-3 so far. Offense has been getting slowed down. We all know how good Philly's defense is too. It's 3-3 still. This has been a very low scoring game until we get another field goal, but the Eagles will kick a field goal as well. I mean, there's 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in this game. I do think it's time we come out here and try to put the game away. So 2 minutes and 35 seconds left. Let's see if we can be clutch and get this victory. Okay, that's still going to be positive yardage, 4-yard gain. Haven't run it the best here, but we'll take the positive yardage, obviously. I think I'm going to hit him with the play action here. I'm going to throw Pickens on a go just in case, but I'm mainly looking for the check down with Najee Harris. It is there. Going to not go for many yards, but it's still going to be positive regardless. I honestly didn't even look at Pickens downfield, so he might have been open. I don't even know because I didn't even look at it, but it is 3rd and 3. So we're going to need a pretty important, wow, this play probably won't work. I'm going to probably just look for, let's see what we got. That's going to be 4th and 3. Oh, God. Okay, 6-6. Do we punt it to the Philadelphia Eagles? I think we got to. Defense has been playing great so far. Let's punt it, dude. I don't love punting it to the Eagles, but we got to. And, okay, 20 seconds left, 2 timeouts. And we're on our own 8. So, well, we'll see how this goes. But 20 seconds left. We can have a chance to get us in field goal range. Just, obviously, this might be going to overtime. We just got to be prepared for overtime, potentially. But we will have Firemouth to start this drive, so that's going to be our first time out, taken. Only 74. Dude, this, like I said, this game has been so low scoring, it's not even funny. But that gives us some space, which is what we absolutely needed there. We just need one more spectacular catch. We might be in field goal range. I'm going to have Firemouth again. Did we get there? He's going to get incomplete. 2nd and 10. 10 seconds left. We have Chris Boswell. So Boswell, bro, Firemouth. I've been throwing to him a lot, and he had a first down, a big gain. Doesn't hang on to the ball, unfortunately. 10 seconds on the clock. Jameson Williams, Ibuka, Hernandez is going to be the tight end in. I don't know who that really is. Like, I'm going to Pickens. Pickens, this is what you do, baby. 3rd and 10. 3 seconds left. Okay, well, we're going to be going overtime here, fellas, it looks like. But I will go ahead and do a Hail Mary play. And for some, oh, that's going to be, okay, that's going to be Ibuka on that play, or right there. He might, oh, I didn't get it off, bro. If I had, oh my God, it's picked off. Just tackle him. Okay, overtime we go. 6-6. All right, well, let's see who starts with the ball. They start with the ball, and they're going to go score on their drive. So we got overtime, fellas. Let's lock in, shall we? Bro, if I had power in that on that throw, that might have been a walk-off touchdown to Ibuka, but unfortunately, we'll never know, right? So we just need a good drive here. We'll start with a Warren. Okay, that's going to be... all right, 2nd and 3. We just need a touchdown. That's all we're looking for. It's not that hard. We can do that, right? We can do that. I do have Justin Fields' legs, too. We're going to go check down... I was going to go check down again, but both passes have not been great. I've been getting a yellow. All right, I don't like any of these plays. What are we doing? Let's go back to tight end attack. I love tight end attack because, well, I don't know if I love it with this look. We just need the first down. So Firemouth, if you could just stop for the first down. Yep, we'll get it. So move the chains. We needed that. And now we'll go no huddle. Continue to move this block. All right, let's go back to tight end attack. I'm going to see if I can catch them lacking here. So, nope, it's not going to be there. I'm going to have to throw this away. I had to scramble to the right. Although, I wouldn't mind him taking a shot there with, I think that was Jameson Williams downfield. But I'm okay with this right now. So, if I can scramble to the left, which they're going to give me the chance to, this is what I wanted. So, Firemouth will be down there, and this is absolutely what I wanted. We'll just get out of bounds to stop the clock. 1st and 10. You guys already know what position we're about to be in. If we get in position to go win this game, we will be going for it to win the game in a walk-off fashion. So we'll see if we can make that happen. Philly's defense obviously is not easy, but let's just take our guaranteed yards. Firemouth has been my best friend so far. We'll get out of bounds 2nd and 1. Probably just, I mean, there's no point of like worrying about the clock right now. We're obviously just looking to get this done. So I'm going to run the ball here with Najee Harris. Hopefully he can get us a yard. Blocks are there. We're going to get a yard. So we'll take the yard. Go no huddle. Although, again, there's no point of like draining the clock. We're not really worried about the clock at this point. But we just want to make sure we call a good play. So let's see. Do we have Jameson Williams? I think we do. It's a bad ball. He was open. Oh my gosh, Fields, what are we doing? You had him and you didn't. Okay, well, I think Firemouth might be open in the middle here. No, I'm dead wrong. We might have to do check down again. Warren's going to get there. That's going to be it. 3rd and 1. Call our first timeout. Okay, I'm not tossing this play. I'm going to simply go stick. We're going stick, not spike or whatever. All right, quick pass. Stick will be the play. We'll either go to Pickens or we'll check it down to Firemouth. Or we can even scramble this potentially. Let's see. Pickens is there. And I threw that off my back foot. I'm a freaking psychopath, but we will go for it. All right, more options. We're going for the win. Walk this off in fashion. We're going same play. I love stick in this point in the game. Pickens, I'm going to you again potentially if you're open. Let's see if he is. He's there. He's there. That is going to be the game, and we are going to win the Super Bowl in walk-off fashion with the Pittsburgh Steelers. They can't guard George Pickens, and that is a beautiful way to end this rebuild. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. What a way. I mean, that was a defensive battle that we had on our hands, and we come up big and get it done. Mike Tomlin is once again getting another trophy with Justin Fields as a starter. So, ton of fun. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. This is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.